Good day and welcome to the KNR Constructions Limited Q3 FY2024 earnings conference call. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company which are based on the beliefs, opinions and expectations of the company as of the date of this call. These statements are not the guarantees of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. S. Venkathanathan, VP Finance, KNR Constructions Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today on the call to discuss the financial results for Q3 financial year 24 and 9 months financial year 24. Mr. Jaldar Reddy, K. Jaldar Reddy, our Executive Director, is in the site and he may be likely to join within next 30 to 45 minutes. And along with me, Mr. K. Venkatramana Rao, General Manager Finance, Accounts and Strategic Growth Advisors, our investor relation advisors are available. We have uploaded the results and investor presentation on the stock exchanges as well as on our company website. I hope everyone got an opportunity to go through it. We would like to touch upon a very few company updates and the industry events, post which we will have a question and answer session. I would like to share our perspectives on significant industry developments. The infrastructure continues to be a focus area for the Government of India. This is reaffirmed by the hike in the allocation of budget to the sector. With an increase of 11.1% year-on-year, the capital outlay is of 11 lakh crores. The allocation towards the roads and highways is 2.78 lakh crores, and towards railways, including the track laying and other things, is around 2.58 lakh crores. The government is planning to bid out projects totaling to 5,200 kilometers on BOT toll mode during 2024-25, which will be based on the revised model concession agreement. With this, the government is trying to bring in greater participation of private sector investments. Government believes that infrastructure plays an important role in enhancing the connectivity and driving economic growth. As per industry sources, MoRTH is set to revolutionize India's infrastructure with 14 new expressways and high-speed corridors spanning 2,239 kilometers, backed by rupees 1.3 lakh crore investment. These projects spread across states like Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Kerala, Raipur, Bihar, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Assam and Jharkhand. MoRTH is spearheading in transformative initiatives that will unlock opportunities for the infrastructure players in the country, such as our company. The awarding of activities has been slow in this financial year, mainly due to slow land acquisition. For the current financial year so far, the overall length of new contracts awarded between April and November 23 was 2,815 kilometers, down from 5,382 kilometers the year before. Despite the challenges, there is optimism for robust project awarding activity for the coming months, particularly with MoRTH's ambitious plan to award projects totaling 10,000 kilometers in March-April 2024. One such project would be upcoming construction of 9 NH worth 2,367, covering a length of 225 kilometers in Jabalpur district and a bridge on Jamni River. For ease of transportation and to promote tourism in MP's Jabalpur district, Mr. Nitin Gadkari recently laid foundation stone for these highways. The ministry oversaw an 8% increase in national highway construction, with 6,216 kilometers completed between April and December 2023 compared to 5,774 kilometers in the same period of previous year. Asset monetization is an important element for new NHAI fund to fund the upcoming projects. Potentially, the new project launches in upcoming quarters, NHAI anticipates for financial year 24 to achieve the highest ever asset monetization collection, targeting rupees 40,000 crores, which will be highest monetization amount per annum since financial year 2018-19. This milestone is expected to propel NHI's total monetization revenue past the rupees 1 lakh crore mark. Such robust monetization efforts underscores NHI commitment to unlocking the value of its assets as well as opening up of new and stable avenue to raise funds for future development. India's road toll income, primarily sourced from national highways, has experienced a notable upswing, escalating from 17,759 crore in 2015-16 to 48,028 crore in 2022-23. Union Minister for Road Transport, Mr. Nitin Gadkari, has outlined an ambitious target aiming for revenues to soar to 1.3 trillion by 2013, driven by projected annual growth rate of 15%. Further, to speed up the awarding while ensuring high-quality roads, there is likely to be change in the bid process for selection of the project report consultants. As per industry sources, the government would like to reduce the bank guarantees, offered deemed approval, and have stringent eligibility criteria. December 23, 2023 marks a significant milestone for toll collection. The toll plaza's fast-track daily user toll collection reached rupees 210.18 crore on this day, marking the highest ever electronic toll collection in a single day. Now, coming to the key updates of the company, the percentage of physical progress as of December 31, 2023 for the HAM project is follows. Magadi to Somwarpet at 80.5%, Vatanchadram to Madatukulam 97%, Ramanattukura to Valancheri is 59.6%, Valancheri to Kaprikad is 57.7%, Chittoor to Trachur is 40%. During the quarter, the execution has primarily been driven by HAM projects. As of December 31, 2023, the company has already invested 480 crores out of the 990 crores revised equity requirements for all the HAM projects. The additional equity requirement of 90 crores to be infused to be 290 crores, 65 crores and 65 crores for FY 2024-25, FY26 and FY27 respectively. You can refer to slide number 27 of the investor presentation for detail on each HAM project. The toll collection for Bihar project, that is Muzaffarpur to Barauni, in Q3 FY24 is rupees 10.6 crores, which grew by 13% as compared to Q2 FY24. For 9 months FY24, the toll collection is 31.73 crores. As mentioned earlier, we have received a final quotation for KNR Ramatirtham Infra Limited, KNR Sriranganatha Infra Private Limited, and KNR Kaveri Infra Limited. We expect the appointed date for these by end of March 2024. Now, coming to the order book position, as of December 31st, 2023, the company has an outstanding order book position of 4,965 crore, which comprises of EPC projects and HAM projects, which is 69% of the total order book, while irrigation projects comprises of the remaining 31%. When broken down to clients, 58% of the order book is from third-party clients, and balance 42 is from captive HAM projects. The third-party order book percentage is skewed between state government contracts at 43% and 13% for central government, and balance 3% order book is from other private players. Kindly note that this order book does not include the contracts aggregating to 1,780 crores, as we are yet to receive the appointed dates for the 3 HAM projects. If we include these projects, our order book position will increase to 6,745 crores. The current order book position provides a clear visibility of execution over a period of next 1 to 2 years under the Bharatmala project. A robust project pipeline and completed DPR should expedite the project awarding activity in the future. The company is targeting an order inflow of rupees 5,000 to 6,000 crore during the next 1 year. We have been actively pursuing diversification in our operations, recognizing its paramount importance in ensuring resilience and sustained growth. Diversification is not merely a strategic choice, it is a commitment to the future. Our company is resolutely engaged in seeking out lucrative EPC opportunities in new geographies and unconventional project types such as railways, mining, energy pipeline, and metro development, among others. This deliberate effort aims to not only to navigate the present challenges, but also to position ourselves advantageously for the future. As on date, the pending receivable from Telangana irrigation is rupees 650 approximately, including uncertified portion. Now coming to the liquidity position of the company, the liquidity position of the company is very strong, as rupees 550 crores of HAM projects receivable is to be drawn. This is being done to save the IDC amount. The claim amount of 250 crore out of Viswas is received very recently. In irrigation department payment of 400 crores is expected by the March, as we have been given assurance by the government. Now, I will request Mr. K. Venkatrao, our GM, to present results for the quarter and 9 months ended December 31st, 2023. Over to Venkatrao now.
Thank you. Let me take you through the Q3 FY24 and 9 months FY23 standalone financial performance first, followed by the consolidated financial performance. I will start with quarterly highlights first. The revenue for the quarter grew by 9% year-on-year to rupees 905 crores. EBITDA for Q3 FY24 is lower by 6% on year-end basis to rupees 147 crores as compared to rupees 156 crores in Q3 FY23. The EBITDA margin in Q3 FY24 stood at 16.3% due to lower revenue contribution from the irrigation projects. Net profit for the quarter was 85.5 crores as compared to 162 crores in Q3 FY23 due to an exceptional income of rupees 138 crores on account of sale of 3 HAM projects to the Q Highways in Q3 FY23. Now coming to 9 months FY24 highlights, revenue for 9 months FY24 grew by 8% year-on-year to rupees 2,777 crores. EBITDA for 9 months FY24 witnessed a degrowth of 4% to rupees 487 crores as compared to 510 crores in 9 months FY23. EBITDA margin in 9 months FY24 stood at 17.5%. Net profit for 9 months FY24 was rupees 269 crores as compared to 370 crores in 9 months FY23, which includes 138 crores of the exceptional item during 9 months FY23 on account of sale of 3 HAM project to Q. Now coming to consolidated financial performance, I will start with quarterly highlight first. The company recorded a year-on-year growth of 14% in total revenue from rupees 875 crores in Q3 FY23 to rupees 996 crores in Q3 FY24. EBITDA came in rupees 226 crores in Q3 FY24 to 197 crores in Q3 FY23. EBITDA margin in the current quarter stood at 22.7%. Profit after tax stood at 136 crores in Q3 FY24 vis-a-vis rupees 108 crores in Q3 FY23. Moving on to 9 months FY24 highlights, the revenue for 9 months FY24 grew by 7% year-on-year to rupees 3,015 crores. EBITDA for 9 months FY24 was rupees 673 crores as compared to 671 crores in 9 months FY23. EBITDA margin for 9 months FY24 stood at 22.3%. Net profit for FY24 was rupees 412 crores as compared to 298 crores in 9 months FY23. Now moving to the standalone balance sheet, the company continued to maintain a strong balance sheet. The working capital stood at 61 days compared to 65 days as of 30th September 2023 and 67 as of 31st March 2023. The consolidated debt as of 31st December 2023 is rupees 1,048 crores as compared to 734 crores as of September 30, 2023. Net debt to the equity on consolidated basis as of December 31st, 2023 stood at 0.37 times as compared to 0.24 times as of September 30, 2023. With this, we can open the floor for question and answer.
Sure, thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask questions may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking questions. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from Shravan Shah from Dolat Capital. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the first question is on the order inflow front. So we have mentioned in the opening remark 5,000 to 6,000 crores that we are looking at in this in next 1 year. So a couple of things related to this. So first, how many projects and the value have we bidded where bid is yet to open? That is first. Second, how do you see by March and how much we can get? Third is, don't you think even this 5,000 to 6,000 crore in next 1 year is also too less, given the 6,745 crore order that we have, which is a 1.7 times kind of a revenue visibility, and whatever even if we get on the HAM front, it will take at least 9 months to 12 months to start the revenue. So to sustain a kind of a 10% revenue growth, we need even at least 9,000 to 10,000 crore kind of order inflow by next 1 year. So and which are the segments apart from the road we are looking at, and what are the opportunity size where we are confident that we can achieve this?
Yeah. In the last 2 months, we could not we could tender only one irrigation project of in Telangana for is around 550 crores in the Khammam district, and that result is to be announced. And with regard to the HAM projects, most of the projects have been postponed. Even in fact, 2 to 3 days back, there were 4 projects that all have been postponed, where we have made the survey and kept all our things ready, including, in fact, we have submitted the bank guarantee also. Now these projects have been postponed. And coming to the BOT side, yes, there are certain developments that we may go in for some tie-up for doing the BOT project. That is yet to be finalized. It's in the very preliminary stage. And we are also looking at the state road projects of Maharashtra state road projects, where the tender is in the month of March. So that we have yet to get further information on that. Either, even if we don't get it, we may go for as a subcontract also, that we have decided. So we are hopeful that, and in other areas where we are now opening up the area is that where we want to do the EPC projects of railway projects we have tendered, but we could not get it. 2 railway projects we have tendered with the joint venture, but we could not get, because a lot of competitions have also come. And so the future we will be continuously tendering for railway projects, number 1. Number 2, the HAM projects will be tendering. 3 is that the BOT projects also we are on the lookout, we will be doing. And next is that state road projects also we are looking for it. And wherever that EPC projects for solar power or mining, so we are on the lookout for those areas also. And so once the projects are announced, where we are doing some study on that, we will be going for EPC of those tenders also. So this is what the planning, but we are very hopeful that since the elections are all coming around May, there may not be much projects in roads from NHA or MORTD. They are going on postponing it. But what we feel is only after July, the real tenders from roads may come up. So we may have to wait for it. And as we said earlier, we are all now concentrating on the liquidity position where we are trying to recover all the irrigation payments which the government has promised around 400 crores before March. That is one. Second, we already got 250 crores out of the Vivad Davis from NHI, and further claims are also we are negotiating. So first we are trying to strengthen our liquidity position so that when the BOT or any other projects come, we can really do without any funds constraint. And meanwhile, that HAM projects of Palani also, we are in the final discussion with the Cube for closing the project. Once that is over, then we may get the return on the equity also to us. So this is what the present development.
Got it, sir. Just a thing. So now, in terms of any number of projects or value that we have bidded and where bid is yet to open?
Only that one of the irrigation projects that we have bidded, that further bid has to be opened in the state of Telangana. For other projects, we have actually last week actually 2 bids were there for the HAM, but it is all got postponed. But lot of bids are there, but really, as our VP sir told, really we are not sure whether they will come up for participation.
Okay, got it. So given this constraint, so for this year, just to in terms of confirming the guidance, so we were looking at more than 4,000 crore revenue for this year, and also the margin now irrigation is on the lower side. So if you can help us in terms of the how one can look at fourth quarter in terms of revenue and the margin, and also for the FY25. So how much order inflow if come, and that too, let's say on the EPC front, then only it will start contributing revenue in FY25. On what assumption are we taking for FY25 in terms of the revenue and the margin? So whatever the 1,500 crore plus irrigation is left in terms of order book, how much we can execute in the fourth quarter, how much in the FY25. So broadly trying to understand how the revenue will come in fourth quarter and in FY25, and how the margin one can look at.
Actually, for Q4, FY24, we are targeting somewhere around, we are targeting entire turnover will be around 4,000 crores, around 12,000 crores, 1,200 crores. Definitely, we are trying for Q4 FY24. And guidelines will be somewhere, because as you know that lower contribution of irrigation, it will be in the same range, around 16.5%. So that as far as next year, FY25, so definitely, we are getting some EPC projects. We can start contribution on that. So next year our target is definitely something 4,000 and some 10% incremental will be there, because we are expecting some project from MSRDC and some like Telangana irrigation projects, some we are expecting. So definitely next year we are targeting with some 4,000 crores plus around 10%, and margin will be, because we have to see if irrigation project we are getting, then contribution will increase. Otherwise 16 and 16.5% is the, you can say, sustainable EBITDA for the company for existing HAM and EPC projects. If irrigation is contributing more, then definitely it will slightly increase. But as of now, we are thinking that around 16% is the sustainable EBITDA.
Okay, and if you can repeat the equity requirement for fourth quarter and 25, 26, 27, and Concall cash.
The equity requirement for what are the existing 8 HAM projects is around 990 crores. Out of that, around 90 crores we are expecting in this Q4 FY24, and 25 will be around 290 crores, and 26 around 65 crores, and 27 around 65 crores. So that includes our 3 new HAM projects for that appointed date yet to come.
And the Concall cash is how much, sir?
Concall cash, around standalone debt is 30 crores and standalone cash is 44 crores and console 1 minute. Okay, that we will let you know, console cash flow.
Okay, and how much capex we have done in 9 months and for full year and maybe the next year, how much capex we can look at?
For 9 months, we did capex of around 70 crores. For full year, we expect somewhere around 90 to 100 crores actually for this year. And next year is definitely based on what are the projects we are expecting. So, but at least 100 to 120 crores definitely will be there. If we are getting good project actually, EPC project basically, then definitely capex may slightly go up.
Okay. Thank you and all the best, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nitin Dharmawat from Aurum Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Sir, on slide 9, you mentioned a strong EPC order book of around 5,000 crores. Do you really think it is a strong order book for a company with revenue more than 4,000 crores? And our order book has been reducing continuously for the last 5 quarters from 8,100 crores in Q3 financial year 23 to now less than 5,000 crore in Q3 financial year 24. We have been talking about new projects for the last several quarters now, but nothing much has happened. So where are we going wrong in acquiring new projects? This is my first question.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Actually,
our ED sir has joined actually. So, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody, sir. I'm Dharendra Reddy, joined this side. Yeah, actually, from March onwards, from NHI, there is a very less number of bids which have been sorted out. And there were many bids in the sequence, but there's a lot of postponement and the several number of postponements happened in this. So, in order to address, then we have also started to go with micro irrigation projects. We have placed in bids in micro irrigation projects as well. We are also participating in HAM projects in some of the NHI projects, but very small. This time we had very less inflow of tenders because of some issues with NHI. So, rather we heard again they are even going to DBFOT mode for further bidding process. So, to sort out that, we are even discussing with major BOT players like Cube Highways and a few other concessionaires to bid along with us. They're going to bid for EPCs. So, if the rally started, definitely we are going to pick up in the highway section also. And irrigation, there are likely, we are in the pipeline, and the pipeline in the sense, we have given some bids and whose results is not yet out. So, those two to three bids are on the pipeline kind of thing. Apart from that, we have tried our bids in railway tunneling bridges, railway tunneling projects also we have done. And we are also trying to participate in some of the solar EPC mode projects. We are also trying those. And of course, mining we are thinking, but we haven't placed any bids. But in future, we would like to go for mining operation bids also. In order to improve the situation, we have been taking new engineering contracts in our hand so that our order book is improved, and all the efforts that whatever the best we can do, we are doing, sir. This is the situation. Hello?
Yes, sir, I got it. But, the pace at which we are, acquiring projects is not very healthy. That is what, for the last couple of quarters when we were talking about acquiring new projects, That is also not has happened. So I thought that I'll bring this to your attention.
We really understand the situation, and we really we are also have come in a bit awkward situation this time. I agree, and we are trying our best to push the case, sir.
I understand. So now my next question is, what is the status of cash flows from Telangana payment recovery and the award of projects with new government in charge? Are new projects halted, or is there any change in the status of the earlier awarded projects? Does this 5,000 crore order book involve any projects from Telangana that is at risk?
Yes, sir. I think about 900 crore is there in this order book available from irrigation. You know, that is from that inflow canal and then the pump house project. The rest all almost have completed. So there only we have been having outstanding payments about, say, 650 crore plus, which need to be paid by the state government. We were discussing in the various forums, department, even the government, they say we will pay as the new government is formed. You may have to wait for one to 2 months time to get these payments. So even the department is assuring to pay. And however, they need to resolve this for pump house project. They need to resolve the loan issues with the banks. So once that is done, I think all these will be streamlined. We expect another 1 to 2 months delay on this.
Got it, sir.
New tenders, if they are budgeted, then only we are thinking of bidding. Otherwise, maybe we'll refrain. But however, we gave some bids already. Yes, sir.
Got it, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you so much, and wishing you the best.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Varani from Avendus Park. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You are audible.
Yeah. So just wanted to check, according to you, what would be the major changes in the model consent agreement in the DBFOT mode that we are expecting, which will be conducive for the concessionaires to bid?
Actually, draft concession agreement is still under discussion in the NHI, but what we got the information that now actually in respect of this with the traffic actually, so because ultimate issue is basically traffic, because as you know that now lot of greenfield expressway is coming. So if you are extending the existing road and now new greenfield expressway is coming, then how it will be the compensated. So that is a concern from the developer side, and we are already telling in a different forum. So toll, this in respect of toll collection actually, that is not in our control. So what we expected, there is some mitigation plan actually that NHI is going to put in the concession agreement, might be target date actually. They may reduce, rather than 10 years, it will reduce to 5 years. So that's why this discussion is going on. Still this first cut of DCA has not come, but we are expecting that with this all addition DCA will come, and then we can submit our comments on that.
Okay. So when do you expect this to be finalized, and when do you expect the BOT projects to come into the final tendering and bidding stage?
That's why the NHA is rigorously working, because a lot of BOT toll projects they already floated actually. But anyway, they are postponing, because until that DCA has not come, it cannot be tendered. We expect that maybe next 1 month actually they should be able to close it actually.
Okay. My second question is on our three hybrid projects where we are yet to get appointed dates. So this has been there without appointed dates for more than 3-4 quarters. So when do we expect, and what is the reason why it is getting delayed?
Actually, that AP project, that is Ongolu project, Vijayawada to Bangalore highway, that is, we have signed the memorandum, I think 3 days ago. And it is likely to get another for 1 week. We would get the appointed date for that Ongolu project. And we are expecting the other Mysuru projects. There are 2 other projects are there from Mysuru to Kushalangara. Those 2 projects, the second stage environmental clearance is not yet done. I think whose voting could take place by March end. And once that is done, before that, I think the land availability as per our site study, says it is only 50% done in both the projects. So that would take, if they resolve, or if they do 3H for 80% by March end, it will happen, or otherwise 1 more month is likely to take for those appointed dates.
So in summary, the Vijayawada-Bengaluru section probably next 1 to 2 months, and the 2 Mysore projects maybe 1 quarter.
Yeah. 1 week, correct. One week, within a week, I think the appointed date may come, sir, because we have signed the memorandum for that AP project. The Karnataka 2 projects, I think it will take April also. Sorry, not April. I would say March, after March, April, somewhere in between.
Okay, got it.
It should happen.
Okay, got it. Thank you and all the best for the future.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from Pratik Bhandari from Art Ventures. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, can you state the number of order inflow that we have received up till 9 months FY24?
No, we have not received any orders, FY24.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Next question is from Faisal Hawa from HG Hawa and Company. Please go ahead.
Sir, what kind of a message are we sending with, the kind of new directors which have come in? I mean, they have, they are very good names. And does it mean that we want to now, broad base our thinking within the board and, encourage more to and fro discussions and, more diverse opinions? That's one. Second is that, sir, do you feel that, we are a little late on our strategy, in diversifying to solar, EPC, and even to railways? Or is it because, the previous, experiences with railways not releasing orders on time and the gestation period being so high had dissuaded us from going in for these kind of orders? And, I mean, is there any quick fix to this, where we could get orders which can be executed quickly and, so that the next financial year there could be at least some growth in the sales numbers, because we have been almost flat in sales from the last 2 to 3 years. And third is, sir, we have always been protecting our EBITDA margin, even at the cost of losing orders. So we will still continue with that strategy?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Actually, the first order book concern, there are some challenges in new upcoming fields like railways and all. There's a real good situation now. It's there. But the quantum of orders which are coming in a large scale from railways also, which if we focus on it, I think we may not be focusing that as a core of our business, but we would take 1 or 2 projects to our order books, and which may comprise about 15 to 20% of our business. And even if I talk about the solar EPC also, it may be comprising about 5 to 10% of our whole business. So wherever these risks would be there, but if the risk is there and all, then we may not be able to go forward. As such, there is a lot of ambiguity that is there in the NHAI because of they want to only bid the BPF-40 model, rather they want to discontinue the kind of EPCs, and maybe partial HAM projects also could come, but takers for HAM projects number of takers have been increased, and competitive intensity is going up. So where we have to little bit strategy-wise, we should change ourselves to take quite a good business in hand. And moreover, we are also focusing on state highways. Like Maharashtra, we were thinking of taking some projects from Pune highway or something with some subcontracts and all, which we are also in line with that. So maybe future things will go better, sir. Definitely, it is all because of the problems that we are facing through NHAI slow bidding process. So for which only we have to, we are trying other ways. But otherwise, we were much comfortable in those areas actually.
Regarding directors also, sir, that question was there. New directors.
Directors? Yeah, new directors, I think we have sorted, and the director names and everything will be placed before you. And
your director name is already there. I want to know whether we want to now, change. I want to know the message that we are sending out by, because these are very illustrious names, known almost all over the country. So, what is the message that we are going to, send out? Because so far we have been having, family-related directors, more directors which are, in and around Hyderabad based. So.
Yes, sir. Nothing, sir. We have taken some expertise from finance and like that we have picked up. And probably, do you mean to say, is there anything wrong which you are thinking in it? Or what?
No.
I really didn't get the question because I was traveling. I couldn't hear properly.
Sir, it's like that, sir. The clarification is like this. These present in two directors, their terms are getting expired in the month of September. And already they have, their term will be over. And further extension may not be possible under this. So when they are there, then with their help, and new directors have been interviewed, and then they have been taken as additional directors.
Correct. Yes.
Yes. So that, when they will continue for another 3 board meetings, they will be also knowing the entire operations of the company. So with that intention, they have been taken in advance. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from Vaibhav Shah from JM Financial Limited. Please go ahead.
Thanks for the opportunity. Sir, over what time frame we expect to execute the irrigation backlog?
Right now, actually, we have irrigation project of around
depending on the
1,500
payment,
crores.
how we get and all that. It is completely depending on the payment, how we get and what sort of strategy we should go going forward. But seems to be positive this time that we have spoken to various departments and even we happened to meet on an official meeting. We have met the concerned the irrigation minister also. He was so positive, but there are some failure projects on which there is some inquiries or some vigilance is going on. But the projects which are regularized and they have no issues, those will be treated as regular ones. So that is the strategy which they are going to take, which I heard from them. So there should not be any hassle, but within 2 months, if they don't sort out these payment problems and all, then it is going to be further a burden to us. So that we would like to slightly mitigate in future.
So the irrigation, what was the revenue in third quarter for irrigation?
It is around 14%, 127 crores.
So it should be similar value in fourth quarter as well?
We expect maybe similar because we are not, until this, our EDs are told, until this payment clarity may not come to, we may not execute, but it will be the same, we can consider.
Sir, actually, if we don't do the projects also, then the overheads will go up and then, as usual, we're likely to get some losses because of the overheads are dropping, but there is no turnover. Or equating is not, it is not equating to the proper big guidelines. Or even department also don't like that to stop the works. They say, they assure that you do, we will try to pay. Like that only they are speaking.
So they are fine with the packages which we are executing.
But maybe we may slow down if at all we get any payment issues and all.
And sir, you mentioned that we have submitted bids in one of the irrigation projects. So what would be the size of the project?
So I think 1100 crore, 3 projects, 1100, 1150, 3 projects we have placed in some micro irrigation projects, which is from Telangana. And around 600, 650 crores, there are some regular irrigation projects, around 3 or 4 we have placed. That's why bids are not open, so we don't know the result also. Just I said that as we were lagging with the order book, I just mentioned that the efforts, what sort of efforts we are doing.
Sir, these are the same which were mentioned last quarter? Those were the same projects?
I know, I think, I think because of the election code which has come up, so they stopped it during that state election. They stopped it. That's why things were not in order. Otherwise, those bids would have been opened and then results would have been out by now.
Okay. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to participants that you may press star and 1 to join the question queue. Next question is from the line of Jiten Rushi from Axis Capital. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. So my first question is on the, obviously inflow is a concern, I understand. But the guidance at the start of the call...
Jiten, we can barely hear you. If you could maybe speak a little louder.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
It's better. Little bit better.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Now it is okay. Yeah.
So my question was on the inflow guidance which we gave in the start of the call, which is 5,000 to 6,000 crore. But now what I understand is the current outstanding bids yet to open is almost 1,700 to 1,800 crore from the irrigation segment, which is like 1,100 crore micro irrigation project and 600, 650 crore normal irrigation project. So these bids are likely to open by March end. But if we don't win the project, our guidance seems to be very low for the next year because now we are targeting BOT toll projects in back-to-back subcontracting with Cube and others, and other solar EPC and railway projects, and again road projects will continue. So don't we think we should look for a higher guidance in terms of inflow and recoup the inflows and focus towards the execution, or we just will focus on a low inflow and then probably just a bit a detail if you can answer on it.
Devendra sir is there, sir? Hello?
Hello. Actually, I was just on this thing. I was on travel. I couldn't hear the question.
Okay.
Can you just reframe me that question?
So I just reframing in the so we have given a guidance of 5,000 to 6,000 crore for next year, and this year the bids of Telangana projects yet to open irrigation around 1,700-1,800 crore. So even if if we don't win or the bids get delayed, so the inflow guidance seems to be very low for the future growth. Because I think we can try and recoup the inflows next year for better visibility. Because as you said, you are targeting subcontracting, back-to-back subcontracting to BOT toll projects, then state highway projects, then solar EPC and railway projects. So the pipeline seems to be humongous, but the guidance seems to be very low. So any thought that you can rework on your future inflow guidance and try to rebuild the order backlog?
Sir, actually, let's have some successful projects in flow. I'm sorry. Once we have projects coming in, definitely we'll reframe, sir, because right now the situation seems to be very encouraging situation. Market is very heated up. Last time I have seen a bid where 24 people have come on in one EPC project, wherein it has gone 42% less. Such an unhealthy situation we are now heading. So there, I'm a little bit scared enough to give you the higher guidance. But once I have a confidence of winning the projects, or even I get the inflow of projects I've started, then definitely I would rather go for raising my this thing. The company wants to grow, and we are very passionate to grow with the company.
Right. But sir, on the solar EPC, railways and other sectors, are you qualified to bid, or you'll be bidding in joint venture?
Sir, actually, nowadays the qualifications are framed in such a way that our highway projects are directly getting eligible for that.
Sorry, sir, I didn't understand.
They are framing the eligibility criteria in such a way that we also can fit into it. Because, they really know that entire equipment of the many players have been becoming idle, and wherever there is possibility, they are trying to accommodate. What I heard, ministries are trying to attract more competition out of the situation, so they are making everybody eligible in that.
Yeah, but sir, execution will become a challenge because we are inexperienced in the sector, then we can end up...
Actually, solar concerned, sir, if you have the panels cost fixed. So everything is same as what we are doing. And for anything, sir, for any work, there have been lots of PRWs, lots of subcontractors which are available, who are expertised in such fields. We have done ample, while bidding onto it, we have done extensive homework by which what all to be done and what methodology we are going to adapt and what are who are the parties we are taking, who are my suppliers, everything is sorted, sir. Then only we have gone for bid.
So you mean to say you have a team, professional team members for solar EPC railways which is sorted and...
Right now I don't have, right now so professional team is not there with me, but we have taken consultants on board who has guided us. And we have gone to various suppliers, and the major thing is, sir, buying panels itself is only the bigger exercise, sir, in that. Once that is done, rest of all, it is easy job for us.
And for railways, we already have an in-house team, right, sir?
Railways, in similar way, tunneling, we are trying to recruit some good engineers for our project, our staff. So once that is done, I think, yeah. And we have one of our subcontractor earlier who worked in one of our highway projects. He is a tunneling expert now. So he is joining us, hands with us. So we are trying such tie-ups also.
Okay. And sir, basically, sir, if you see competitive intensity in the roads, so what kind of inflows obviously roads will be the important area for us, but are you looking to move out of South India as you have been saying consistently? So are you looking out for more projects out of South India, especially in the roads and this solar and other segments, or we will be focusing only in our expert area like South India?
No. We are focusing on all other parts of India also. Only that UP, Bihar, I am unable to go because of the quarries issue for me. And there is a little mafia that is there. And if you don't have your own captive quarries, then the problem is with mafia people. You never know. Every month there is a change, like cement, steel, whatever they are changing the rates. It is in a similar way for the aggregates also, there in those areas. So there I am not unable to become L1 because who have the captive quarry, they are able to give a lesser price than me. Otherwise, I was really bidding every time. Only UP, Bihar, I am out, but the rest of the part of India is free for me. And I would also joining hands with some of the joint venture partners. I am in the discussion. It's in the discussion stage, so I am unable to give you complete details. Who has a captive quarry and we join as a joint venture partner, he would give me some fixed price, which we are doing a deal with him and trying to make him in those areas also. I'm trying. It's not a complete confirmed thing at all, but we are taking a strategy.
Got it. So last question only. The HAM project, you said you were in discussion with you for only one project, but last quarter we were talking about two HAM projects. So any reason why we are now talking for only one HAM project? Palani only?
Pardon, sir? Palani? Yeah, other things you were talking about? Other two projects were also under discussion. That MOU is yet to conclude actually. But
concession is there, because Palani we got already PCOD. That's why we are put in the advanced stage. But other three projects discussion is going on. But we have time to, because this concession is going to complete it in this year end only December. So after that only we can look into. So, but meanwhile we are discussing that project also. It is not like that we are not discussing.
Okay, so that's from my side, and hope we get inflows this year and we can grow fast. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from Ashish Shah from HDFC Asset Management. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. So first question is that, in the MSRDC projects that you mentioned that you are bidding or you're going to bid, have you qualified for those bids in the MSRDC?
There I mentioned about subcontracting only. I was not qualified because that express highway I couldn't have with me, so I could not get the qualification. So we were this time we were thinking to go for a subcontract for one or two projects. Then later I also get qualification, so that future is going to be more for express highways. So I really want to go have a label so that in future it is easy for me to bid.
Right. So it's because we are not qualified for expressways. That's the reason we're not qualified for these.
Yeah, I'm not qualified. I don't have the expressway this thing.
Got it.
That's why.
Right, sir. The second thing, we spoke about some tie-up for BOT. So just to clarify, this is, we're looking for a joint investment kind of a tie-up, or we are looking for, somebody bids and wins and we do the EPC? I mean, what's the kind of arrangement that we are thinking?
Yes, sir. Initial model, what we worked out with the Cube is about we give them an EPC bid and they bid for the BOT. And later, under commitment, we will do their EPC at the price which I have given. So it's a pre-tender tie-up, and if they win, we'll be the EPC player for that.
Okay.
Kind of arrangement which we have. Yeah.
Right, sir. Third question is that, just to clarify, we were L1 in some irrigation projects of 1,500 crore or thereabouts. So now those L1s are not there in the pipeline? I mean, have they been cancelled, or we are still there in the frame for those L1s?
Sir, there is no L1 status. L1 status is not there with in official news is not there. Only it's discussion in between contractors who have placed the bids. That's it. So L1 is yet to announce, and then it comes out. So when we were spoken to the minister last time, he assured that those bids we will not disturb and we will continue with the bidding process. That means they may be allocating some funds and then they would open up the bids. That's what their thing is.
Okay, so basically we have bid for them. We don't. They have not officially declared L1.
Yes.
And the other projects
among the contractors we have spoken and then decided I'm L1, but it's really not.
Right. Yes.
Such things, no guarantees as it's kind of that. I don't know who has given you information. It is kind of that. Really.
Okay. And so the other, what you mentioned about micro irrigation and the other projects, that's different from the 1,500 crore that you were mentioning earlier. The 1150, 1100, 1150.
That's a different one. And those different three projects which we have bidded, micro irrigation, they are different ones.
And that you have bid for. You have bid for these projects.
Recently, I think 3-4 days back.
Right. And lastly, what is the unbilled portion of the irrigation which is outstanding?
I think as of now, 670 or 6.
Yes, sir. 650 is the total outstanding, including unbilled.
And we'll have to add this month. We'll have to add this month, right?
So corresponding to 650, what is unbilled? Corresponding
is the receivables, and balance is certified and unbilled portion actually. Around 570 crores.
570.
Yeah.
Okay. Got that, sir. Right. Thank you.
Thank
you. Next question is from the line of Lokesh Manik from Valium Capital. Please go ahead.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
A little bit loud, please.
Hello. Am I audible?
Now it is better. Yeah. Tell me, sir.
Okay. Sir, firstly, apologies, I joined the call late, so if you've already covered this part. One is with the new announcement that has come in from the minister that they are now proceeding towards BOT projects. So would it be fair to understand that you will now shift more towards the EPC side of work, or you would want to take these projects on your balance sheet? And are you exploring partnerships other than Cube with other private equity funds? And the second question is, any progress on projects which are non-road related, which you have planned, metros or highways or the likes in railways? These two from my
Basically, this actually, as already told on Concall by the ED sir and VP sir, so definitely we are looking for other sectors other than road also. So basically in that metros are there, railways are there, minings are there. So definitely we are looking in that sector and we are trying to bid also in that sector. So basically is that we are taking on EPC basis. So our thought process is that definitely we don't want to do that, you can say that BOT type concept. We want to do actually basically EPC for that project. Even for BOT toll also we are looking but as a EPC contractor more rather than as a developer. So we know we are basically the EPC company and our focus is always in the EPC. So we will continue to be focused on that. That's why we are discussing with different investors in the BOT toll tie-up and to work as a EPC contractor. So that is it, and that's why we cannot take entire thing in our balance sheet. So that is our object and we are pursuing towards that only.
Would this impact your profitability versus where you are taking it on your books versus doing an EPC? Would that have any impact on your return?
It is basically the EPC contract only. So like our existing EPC contractor is there. So rather than directly from the NHAI, it will be some of the SPV of the EPC contractor. So it is nothing, our balance sheet will be the same only because we have to bid, we have to give the EPC price actually for that bid and accordingly that bidder will quote actually and when we awarded the work, we will get the EPC work and we will execute the EPC work.
Any credit risk now on this end? Do you foresee?
For EPC work, what are the working capital requirement you have to do? For that, definitely we will go with our existing consortium and we will get it. So, credit risk is towards the EPC work only.
Got it. That's it from my side. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was the last question. I would now like to hand the conference back to the management team for closing comments.
Thank you all for joining us on this call. Please reach out to our investor relations consultant, strategic growth advisor, or us directly should you have any further queries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of KNR Constructions Limited, that concludes the conference. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. You may now disconnect your lines.